Okay. So yesterday we discussed about FDD and TDD, right? Duplex transmission. So there are two different frequencies in FDD. Both simultaneously can be transferred, uplink and downlink, like this, 20 megahertz, 20 megahertz, separate frequency. But in TDD, at a different time intervals, this is a time at different time with same frequency. Uplink and downlink can be transferred. So this is also one of the examples. Same frequency, uplink and downlink, and at different time, the T1 and T2, downlink and uplink, with same frequency here. RF FDD architecture. These are not required. These are required for the people who are at RF side in who are working with power amplifiers. This is the TDD architecture. So this is the main functionalities, some of the more functionalities of TDD FDD. TDD is using the same frequency bands for both uplink and downlink. FDD requires a paired spectrum with duplex separation in the frequency. So today we will discuss about OFDMA. There were many technologies previously, like TDMA in GSM and FDMA. It was also in GSM, and CDMA in 3G as well as the GSM. But in LTE we have OFDMA, orthogonal frequency division multiple access. So we use two waveforms in LTE. In downlink OFDMA, uplink SCFDMA. So what is this OFDMA? It is, so are you able to see my screen?
Yes,
Okay.
Yes,
So
yes.
yes,
Javed bhai, are you started recording for this?
yeah, I have I started.
Okay.
So OFDMA is nothing but you can write down one definition.
Yeah, yeah, okay, sure.
I will write here. I will explain you in detail what is that mean. Mm, OFDMA, orthogonal frequency division multiple access, is a form of transmission that uses a large number of closed spaced subcarriers that are modulated with low data rate. So I will show you what is actually this definition means in some time. Okay, and normally these signals would be expected to interfere with each other, but by making the signals orthogonal to each other, there is no mutual interference. So what does it mean? Means suppose we have a let us consider suppose this is our UE, and this is our base station. Okay, and suppose we have a 20 megahertz of bandwidth. This is
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Always, always. Okay. Thank you.
megahertz.
All yes.
This bandwidth is total 20 megahertz, and so if the frequency is something like
Bit my.
suppose 2010 is the frequency, 20 2010 to 2040, some range. It is defined in specs. It may have a number of multiple subcarriers like 0. 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4 kind of frequencies in this range: 2010, 0.1, 20, 10, 0.2, 0.2, and 20, 10, 0.3, so and so on. It have many number of decimal frequencies. So these are nothing but we call it as a subcarriers in NLT. So each 0.1 frequency, 0.2 frequency, we can use for our data transfer. So I can say like this 20 megahertz bandwidth has a some carriers like this. It will have. Okay. So there are lots of subcarriers will be available in a 20 megahertz bandwidth. So in OFDM technology, we can transfer data. What it does it means the is a form of transmission that uses a large number of closed subcarriers that are modulated with a low data rate. So there are a huge number of subcarriers. Suppose if it is a 20 megahertz bandwidth, it has a number of subcarriers. We have a formula to calculate how many number of subcarriers it can accommodate. So yeah, a huge number of subcarriers are available for 20 megahertz bandwidth, and each subcarrier is responsible for some data transfer. So with low data rate, each subcarrier having some low data. So combinedly, we add up for 20 megahertz at the end. So normally these signals would be expected to interfere with each other. So since each subcarriers are having some data and each subcarriers are transmitted via UE or via E node B, there may be a chance of interference. But how we are avoiding interference in OFDMA? By making each subcarriers orthogonal to each other. Suppose orthogonal means one subcarriers, if it is started here like this, then we start second subcarrier like this after some time, so that the phase of the second subcarrier will be totally opposite to the first subcarrier, right? So third subcarrier will be like this. so and so on. It will go on. So I will show you that image. It is clear in the document. So this is how. If you see this one, first one subcarrier, it originates at 0. Here it travels like it's a time and frequency representation. It's a power and frequency representation. We will discuss in time domain as well. So for now, it is a frequency subcarrier. So it is initiated at 0 like this red color, but after some time we have sent the another subcarrier with opposite direction. See this one, chocolatey color, with the first carrier. So the power of first subcarrier is maximum at one point, and power of second carrier is maximum at some different after some time, and like that, and so on, third carrier, fourth carrier. So there will be no chance of interference, and we keep distance of between these subcarriers at 15 kilohertz distance. So let me show you what is this distance. So after
If it is
some time,
opposite direction, hello, hello.
yes.
In opposite direction means there will be one interference, right? At any point.
No, there is no interference, because in frequency domain it will come opposite direction starting point, but in time domain we are sending at different intervals after some time. So the interval between these two carriers and these two carriers,
Okay, is different.
yeah, we are sending after some time, like we are maintaining a gap of 15 kilohertz. 15 kilohertz, if you take 15 kilohertz frequency, in this frequency we are not utilizing some of the frequency and sending after some frequency. It's not a continuous. I have, as I have written, these are the number of subcarriers it can have, but this will be discontinuous frequencies inside 2010. Suppose if it is 1, and it will start after 2010.5, 2010 point something, whatever the 15 kilohertz distance is coming between this first and second. So in time domain we can calculate it as 1 by f, right? T is equal to 1 by f. So simply T is equal to 1 by f. So you can calculate through calculator what is the time difference is coming, like let me show you. So 1 by 15 kilohertz, that means 100. Kilohertz means 1000, it should come, right? 1 by 15,000. So this is coming 6. This is showing wrong result. Simply 1 by 15, if you do, what will come? 1 by 15, 0.066, right?
0.0.
So if you
Yes.
make it 10 power of 3 upper, it will be 10 power of -3. So these results will be 66.6 millisecond.
Okay, one.
So time difference will be, what it came, 0.06. Kilohertz. Yeah, 1 by 15. It comes as 0.066 seconds.
Yes.
If you make it to milliseconds, so 66.6
Yes. 15.
microseconds. Is it seconds? Yeah, 0.066. Little bit poor in maths. Okay. So I will tell you, this is a 66.
66.6 is bit from
Yeah, microsecond. No, millisecond it will be.
from interval.
So 66.6 millisecond difference will be there in time domain. In frequency domain, 15 kilohertz is the difference. So this is how orthogonality is maintained in each subcarriers.
Okay.
So these are orthogonal means it's simply it's a orthogonal is also called as reciprocal or reciprocal. So inverse we can say even these are inverse to each other.
What?
Okay, noted down.
Yes.
Inversely proportional.
But I doubt it when
Time
we
is inversely.
calculated this one. I have a doubt it. So in a calculator, if you see scientific 1 by 15,000, right? 15 kilohertz is 15,000. So it will come as 6.6 10 power of minus 5. Then if we make it 6 right side, 0.0, if we convert into millisecond, 2 digits we have to shift to right. It will be 0.06 millisecond, right? Okay, please correct it. This is a spaced with 0.06 millisecond. Calculator was right.
No, 0.006, right? By 1000 means.
See, see, are you able to see calculator? 1 by
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
with 15,000. 1 by 15,000 is 6.66 into 10 power of minus 5.
Yeah, by 1000 means 0.006, right?
We need to shift two digits right in order to make 10 power of minus 3.
Yeah, right.
Right?
If you shift the decimal point to the left, then it will convert in the microsecond. Means
Microsecond.
0.66 microsecond.
Yeah, 6.
And if you convert in, means if you shift to the 2 digits forward,
Right.
66. Sorry, then it
0.06.
will convert to the milliseconds.
0.06 millisecond it will be. So simply we can write a
Right.
66.6 microsecond or just a second. Where is that one?
Judge bhai, are you able to hear?
Yes.
Yeah, actually you told 10 power 3. 10 power 3 when comes down by divided, mean 10, you have to by 1000, right? Means 0.006. Not only 0.06, 0.006.
But the calculator is showing like this 6.6.
Yeah, 6.66, like by 10 power 3 means 0.006, right?
No. 10 power of minus 5 it is. So if you
Okay.
shift 2 digits right, it will become 10 power of minus 3 and it will become 0.06.
Right.
Okay. So you can write these subcarriers are spaced with 0 point. I will write freshly. So these are spaced as 0.066 millisecond duration or 66.6 microsecond.
Yeah, we are not able to see the
Screen. Oh,
yes, only calculator is showing only.
yeah, okay.
Now,
So you can say that these subcarriers are spaced with a difference of time difference of 0.066 millisecond or else
millisecond.
66.6 microsecond. In frequency domain, it is 15 kilohertz apart. Okay. Noted down.
Yeah.
Let's come to that. Yeah, this is how all the carriers are spaced. Inversely, these are proportional when transmitting via air interface. So how this transmission will happen, we will see in the physical layer classes. There is a separate class for this data transmission via OFDMA. The basic idea of OFDMA signal is to transmit hundreds or even thousands of separately modulated radio signals using orthogonal subcarriers spread across a wideband channel. This is same as I told you. So in OFDMA, how these signals are generated? It is generated via some serial to parallel converter. Before that, we do some kind of operation, fast Fourier transform. This is not required. Those people who are working at DSP side, they will be knowing about these things. What is the serial to parallel converter? What are the fast Fourier transform techniques, FFT, IFFT? So these are the nothing but in a bandwidth, there may be hundreds of thousands of subcarriers spaced with some gap, some frequency gap or some time interval. They will be transmitted. So why OFDMA came? Because in previous technologies, there used to be ISI, inter-symbol interference, adjacent carrier interference, inter-carrier interference. You might have heard in 2G, right? And 3G. These are the interference we used to observe in TEMS. So please make a note of this. To avoid these ISI and ACI and ICI, we are using OFDMA.
1 second.
How this will be avoided, we will see in next pages. Make a note of this.
Right now, this ISI, ASI are using in 2G, 3G.
These are the inter-symbol interference. It is observed due to multipath propagation in 2G, 3G.
Okay.
There used to be some separate window like adjacent carrier, adjacent channel interference and ISI, ICI, some in terms we used to observe. So what are these ISI, ACI and ICI? We will discuss in next pages. Okay, noted.
Yes. We are using IFDM
Yeah.
to avoid.
Fine. What is ISI, intersymbol interference, when it comes? When there is a multipath propagation, suppose you is transmitting this signal, it's a suppose a pulse, any sine wave, all the signal will form, will transfer in the form of sine wave or cos wave, right? Some pulse it may be. So suppose the D1 distance 1, it is directly, it is going with, there is no multipath, it reaches earlier, it reaching at the time, on time. And suppose D2, it is going and reflected via some building, and it is coming to the tower, so it will be delayed. This signal will be delayed, D2, it will reach after some time, so this is delayed than the first signal, this one blue color. And similarly, third signal, UE radiates a signal, it may reflect to, it may have many paths, multi-path propagation it can follow. So it will be reflected by tree D3, and it will reach after some time, even after late of this D2 signal. So this is reaching late, even D2 signal. The distance delayed will be more for D3 signal. So like that, if we combine at the receiver all the signals, then we observe intersymbol. These are interfering with others because they are not in sync. So these were the interference symbols, interference observed during our older technology, 3G and 2G. So we avoided by providing the guard period.
God period.
So guard period, it means suppose first symbol we have transmitted, it follows a direct path. A node B has transmitted first symbol, it follows a direct path, it reaches on time, and after some time we have given a guard period, some frequency gap, and then we transmit second symbol. And similarly, if this E node B transmits a symbol which is following multipath propagation in different path, it will reach a somewhat delayed, in delayed time. And similarly in third, it follows multipath propagation, it will reach after some time. So even though delayed happened due to guard period, there is no ISI. So like that we avoided. So one more thing, even if the delay is more, suppose the E node B is in an area, and UE is after 5 or 10 kilometers away. Only one E node B is there, and UE is far away, like 5 to 6 kilometers, 8 kilometers away. Then delayed will be more, right? So even if you provide guard period, symbols will reach after that after the guard period. Suppose this is the time period, guard period, and your first and second, third will reach on time within the guard period. But how about fourth symbol? Your guard period ends here, but your symbol as transmitted reaching after the guard period, so it will be lost. So to avoid these kind of things, we have introduced cyclic prefix in OFDMA. Cyclic prefix is nothing but we add some of, I will show you. Suppose this is our data, a symbol is transmitted, and what we do in cyclic prefix. So last part of the symbol, suppose this is the last part of the signal, we cut it and make a replicate, and we will add to the initial transmission. Here the replication of last part of data will be adding at the initial part of the transmission. in cyclic prefix. So this is our symbol, total symbol duration or signal, and we are replicating the same signal, we are replicating and adding to the initial part of the signal, so that even this delay happens. Suppose if delay happens, only the replicated part will be lost. How it means, I will show you. We have see. So this is suppose this is our signal, right? We are cutting at the end of this transmission, some making a replication of the data at the initial of the transmission. So how it is avoided? So first delay happen, then only suppose if it is a FFT processing window at the receiver, so there is a processing window time, and FFT IFFT FFT they will do at the receiver. Some transmission tool is there. This is a processing tool, DSP tool. So with that they will receive the they will decode the data. Even the transmission is delayed, first delay, only the cyclic prefix will be lost. Even the delay is more, second delay means D2, delay is more, some of the cyclic prefix will be lost, and it is the same data as the end of the transmission. So in a FFT window, processing window, our signal will be safe. We can decode even the if it is delayed more than God period. So this is nothing but, and if we combine first delay and second delay, our signal will have no impact. It will be same. So we have two types of cyclic prefix: short cyclic prefix and long cyclic prefix.
So can you explain again, please?
What?
Can you explain again CP part?
CP part. Okay. Yeah. So this one. In CP, what we are doing, whatever our symbol duration is there, right, signal, so that last part of that signal we are replicating in the initial transmission, and we are transmitting. So similarly it is shown in this PDF here. This is our signal, actual signal, right? So end of the signal, whatever the data is there, we are replicating, copying some same data and replicating at the initial transmission. So this, when delayed happened, if suppose if this signal shift after some time, like when we received after some time delayed response, see first delay this one, and second delay, some of the data we lost due to delay.
Okay.
So we have added the same data as end of the transmission, whatever was there. So if we lose the data also after second delay or third delay, so till here we have our actual signal, this one. So it can recover in FFT processing window at the receiver. There is a FFT processing block, DSP is there. It's a digital signal processor. It can recover the actual signal, even delay happens, because we have we are losing only the cyclic prefix, which is nothing but a replicated data.
So replicated data is not actually information.
Yeah, it is actual information, but we have already this information we have already in our FFT processing window.
Okay,
right?
Means actual FFT actual information is in green part only.
Yeah, green part only. We are
so what is
copying same signal.
What is
yes?
Okay, what is the CP information?
Cyclic prefix.
Cyclic prefix information is what?
Information means we are adding the same signal at the beginning of the transmission, so that when delay happens, only cyclic prefix part will be lost. our actual signal will be safe.
Okay.
So this has a disadvantage also in some cases because it increases overhead. The same data we are transmitting, right? If there is a no loss
Right.
of data or no delay, then we will get overhead. So much of overhead in the
So
signal.
which part is cyclic prefix?
So this is the cyclic prefix. This is the end of the whatever the transmission is there. Some part we cut it and add it to the initial transmission. If you see, this waveform is same as this waveform last. So this is our actual signal, and this is represents FFT of this signal window would generate result X. Suppose if it is received and generated result X, so after some delay also it will have the same signal and it will generate the X result. So if we combine first delay and second delay, we will get the actual signal, which is the same. Nothing we have lost because the same data we replicated at the initial transmission.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think we need to log in again. Okay, I'm ending up this. Please log in after 4 or 5 minutes. Let it save.
Okay.
Okay.